Hail and welcome. I'm Vanessa with Ancient Heart Sanctuary in Nanaimo, BC. We are a part of Sanctuary Pagan Paths, BC. Welcome to our Midsummer celebration. I light this candle as a symbol of the hearths of old from which we get our name, as a symbol of the sacred center, as a symbol of the spark of creation, as a symbol of the blazing sun shining at its peak and the living spark residing within us all. We gather today to celebrate the summer solstice, also called Litha or Midsummer. Midsummer is one of the most celebrated holidays across pagan paths. Like the winter solstice, it is a day of coming together and enjoying the warmth. Unlike the winter, it's less about keeping the fire going and more about the joy of the celebration. Today, we bask in the sun's warmth and harness its power in its earthly counterpoint, the element of fire. Listen to the words of the closer, Loki, the blazing one. I who have borne witness to human evolution since man first claimed my power. You have no cause to fear me, for I am already within you. I speak to you from the depths of your intellect. I call to you from your secret desire. I sleep within the blood in your veins. My voice is in the crackle of the flame, and the laughter of the innocent, and the hiss of the serpent. I am the bright companion of thunder, and I strike with inspiration. I am the spark of genius that drives you towards greatness. To abandon me is to embrace the darkness of ignorance. I am an all-consuming pleasure that reddens your flesh with my embrace. I give you the color of gods so you'll remember that you are divine. I excite your nerves and heighten your senses, driving you toward divine madness and the bliss of chaos. To love me is to be consumed by me on a holy pyre, where I devour your refuse to give you rebirth. I am the vulture who strips away that which is putrid and makes bones white and new. I am the dark brother who illuminates. I am the wise fool who knows all and believes nothing. I am the rising star Sirius, who walks upon the bridge of heaven, the harbinger of life and the harbinger of death. I am the space between boundaries, who belongs everywhere and nowhere. I am the spider in the web and master of my own fate. I am the battler of gatekeepers, for I know that all boundaries are illusions. I end the world to prove there are no endings. There can be no lies if there is no truth. I am the father of the broken. I am the mother of the monstrous. I comfort my children with my warmth and avenge them with my flames, for I know what it means to suffer. I am the primordial serpent who rises in the abyss. To conquer me is to win the worm's hoard, gleaming gold, which is the fire of knowledge. I am the father of witches and the master of molding and shaping. Place crude metal in my forge, and I will give you treasure in return. If you understand nothing else, remember this secret. To know me is to know yourself, and to know yourself is to know ecstasy. The summer solstice is the perfect time to harness the powers of the sun and fire to boost any spell work. Today we're going to create crystal grids to achieve a goal. It can be anything from getting a job, boosting your mood, basically anything, any type of spell work you would normally do, you can use as a crystal grid. I'm going to make a crystal grid and dedicate it to Loki to boost the power and energy of all the crystal grids made by everyone watching this video. So there's two schools of thought when creating a crystal grid. You can hit the books and the internet and look up the meanings of different stones and crystals. You can also find ready-made patterns on the internet, or you can just go by intuition. Mine's going to be a little bit of both. I've got this, I'm not sure what type of stone this is, unfortunately, but I'll post a picture on the Facebook page. It looks like a little bit like a lizard, and to me, any type of reptilian type animals are associated with Loki. So I'm going to place that in the middle as the power stone. And all of the other stones and crystals I've chosen are red or shiny in color. When working with Loki, you can use all fire colors, or you can use a rainbow of colors. He tends to like things that are as bright and colorful as possible. I don't own a lot of really colorful stones, so I went with more fire. And also, I almost forgot, the pattern I'm going to use, because again, it is more of a modern association, but in modern times, Loki is associated with flames and fire. So I've drawn a bit of a flame, and I'm going to lay the crystal grids, the stones, on top of it. And again, I'll take a picture and post it on the Facebook page later for everyone to get a better look at it. So again, you can just go with your intuition. And crystal grids, if you see them online, quite often there's, 20, 30 stones. Honestly, you can do one that's, 3 or 4 or 5 stones. You can just do a simple pentacle. You can do an elemental symbol, like one of the triangles. Really, whatever suits your purposes and whatever you have available at the time. I've also seen people use flowers and petals to decorate it, to add some earthly energy, depending, again, on what your intentions are. That looks a little bit better. I thank Loki for attending the celebration and ending our workings. May his fires of inspiration burn bright in our lives. You may have noticed I did not start the celebration with a grounding. This was not an accident, but rather by design. When working with Loki, it's best to let the energy get a little wild, but it's not ideal to live our lives in this heightened state. Now we can use any excess energy raised during the celebration as a final boost to our crystal grids. And I'm just going to light, this is cinnamon incense as a final offering to Loki. There we go. Again, with Loki, it gets a little wild. So we can use the excess energy raised as a final boost. So hold your dominant hand over your crystal grid and feel the energy raised during the celebration move through your body. Keep what energy you need and send the rest of it towards the palm of your hand. Take one deep breath and let it out forcefully as you send the excess energy from your palm towards your crystal grid. From the Ancient Hearth Sanctuary, I wish you a happy Midsummer. Go in peace.